Now we have Natalina, who wrote in and she sent pictures in. We live in an 11-year-old house, so let's just pop up a picture here so we can see her 11-year-old house. It's on a PowerPoint, and I'm going to leave it on the PowerPoint because she gave me notes with it. But I think, can we? No, we can't zoom into this very well. But we live in an 11-year-old house and are worried about upcoming significant rainfall and potential for water infiltration. So she's not having ice dams, but she does have water leakage from her rain gutter. We noticed something unusual. The water's dripping near the corner. So it's down here near this corner, very nice looking stone house here. So as we come in, she has wetness all along the bottom here, moving over. And it's dry a foot away. So it's all around here and it's dripping down on her stones, and they're really worried this is going to be a big problem. Now, I wrote to her and I asked her to make sure that the downspout was not plugged up on the bottom. And she said, no, it's open, it's going, but she doesn't know if there's ice in the bottom of the rain gutter. I suspect there is some, which has raised the level of the water, at least until the ice melts, raised the level of water just a little bit to where it's getting to something that under normal conditions, it wouldn't get high enough to cause a problem. If we go just a little bit further in here, we see closer to her whole thing, she's showing the water droplets. I see her water droplets and they're along here, and it might even be a break or a leak in the rain gutter itself if they're actually starting here and they're going from right to left. So they're starting here and going this way. But that could be from wind differences and a lot of other things. It eventually falls here onto the brick. What I see is right over here, this crack. Now let me just see if I can see this crack right there. That crack shows me that there's a lot of caulking terminating this whole rain gutter. And in fact, if we just take a look at the next one, you can see a little closer. That does look like nicely done caulking to me. My problem is when we go back to this one, we can see the whole shape of this into there. Obviously, that's not a squared off standard termination to a rain gutter. So in doing that, to make this look really nice at the outside, they probably had to butter up the inside with a lot of caulking. Well, caulking never lasts forever. Caulking will eventually let loose, get hard, or break, pull away. Rain gutters especially are expanding and contracting. They want to pull away, and so if the caulking was to the brick or to that stone, it could pull away from it. But even the caulking between a piece of sheet metal and another piece of sheet metal. So I'm suspecting that it's a simple enough job as just recaulking, but she's already often up there cleaning them out, so they obviously have a ladder. They can get up there and do this. Wait until it warms up, the whole thing's gone by, particularly if there's not much problem when it's just rain and there's no ice, no snow. But what I want to do is point out that you need to go in with a knife and cut out all the extra old caulking. Cut it away. Be careful not to slice through the rain gutter, but you cut away the old stuff. Then, before you caulk it again, you must use steel wool, and you're going to clean in there. So you've scraped away the caulking. Now we're cleaning the metal, and cleaning the metal a little beyond the old caulking, because rain gutters are such dirty things with atmospheric grime and everything else on them. They've been there for years. Nothing's going to stick, and you won't have a solution. It'll look good for a while, but it won't last. So we clean right down to bare metal, and for about an inch beyond the caulking, beyond any residue, bare metal, nice and clean. And then we're going to caulk and smudge that caulking up so there's a total coat that starts where the bare metal has been cleaned with the steel wool and goes on up to the same thing on the other side, so that we now have this. It's a silicone or a polyurethane or even a thermoplastic, but a caulking seal that goes from good metal contact to good metal contact and totally close off that end. And you may have to do it every 4 or 5 years. The better the caulking you buy, the longer it's going to last. But I think it's something that small. But just going up and caulking is not going to last even a year if we're not on an absolutely clean surface. And that's what people miss, is getting that really, really clean so the caulking can stick. So I'm hoping that that will help you, Natalia, and might get you so that you don't have to do that. From what I see, I'm not panicked for the short run, but you know, you don't want to leave that going because then it could get in and cause some damage inside the house. But it doesn't seem to be backing up beyond the rain gutters. Okay? So pictures always help, and I thank you for those.